Okay, today, and this is, I'm a little more serious today, Kyle.
This is important wine.
Yeah, because this wine has been on our radar for many years. And when Patrick Mariteau bought Branaire Ducru in 1988, one of his main focuses was in the vineyard, and Branaire was.
It's okay.
Boy,
that 82, when you got a good one, and other than that.
Yeah.
Prior to Patrick.
No, exactly. But after Patrick took over, he really raised the bar for Branaire. When you look at Branaire and where they're located, essentially you have Bécheville, Ducru, Beaucaillou, Talbot on the other side. I mean, they're really surrounded by all the top estates in Bordeaux. Right. Patrick was a good friend of ours, and he was just the nicest guy. Unfortunately, he passed away in 2017, and his son, Francois Xavier, took over. And I think his son is looking at things a little bit differently than his father, not, in a more positive way, because Branaire over the past, since, the 18 and 19 vintage and 20 vintage they've really raised their game. And again, we talk about this a lot. Mm-hmm. And we talk about how a lot of estates raise their game or have risen their game over, when we talked about Auberge Le Barral, we talk about, but Branaire is in an area that has the great terroir and the potential to, again, be at that elite level.
Right.
In 2022, and I remember when we tasted this wine a couple times, I was absolutely floored with this wine. Mm-hmm. Absolutely floored. I thought this was the best Branaire made. And in fact, when we spoke to Francois Xavier, he said it's like 2020 plus. Was it 2020?
2016.
2016 plus.
Yeah.
So in 2016, obviously, was a great vintage in Bordeaux, and I know I'm kind of talking a lot here, but I the emphasis, I guess for myself, is that Branaire hit a home run. And when you look again, and we talk about critics' scores, but when everybody is across the board saying the same exact thing, obviously there's a reason for it.
Yeah. The best, I've been tasting Branaire En Primeur since the mid-90s. It is the best barrel sample of Branaire I've ever tasted.
Absolutely.
And it manages to kind of capture a little bit what we thought was so special about 89, 09, some of these wines when they were young, where when Branaire gets a little oomph behind it, it takes it to another level. And this wine has the oomph, but it still has that elegance, that neck of the woods where they're at, that brings the elegance to the wine.
Sure.
It's a very different wine than say Ducru or something like this. This wine's Branaire Ducru, but it's not like Ducru, right? So don't think they're similar. They're not really. And but what I love about this wine is almost the Margaux-like polish to this wine, and there's more weight and power to it than I typically see from Branaire. So it just starts checking boxes. And if you want a Branaire that checks all the boxes and then some, the 22 Branaire checks all the boxes.
Absolutely. I mean, you have 60% Cabernet Sauvignon, 35% Merlot, which is
a lot.
It's a lot of Merlot. And again, they're mostly right on the D2 on the other side. Mm-hmm. So across the street you have Bécheville and Ducru.
Yeah.
So, but surprisingly enough, they're closer to the river than Gare-la-Rose and Lagrange and those and Talbot, and those estates. So, again, it just, but here's the great thing about this wine. He prices it
so fair.
So fair. When you look at these scores, if most of the world got the scores that Branaire got right now, and again, Francois Xavier, stay the game, stay the course, okay?
Yeah.
I know we're giving you a lot of love right now, but you're doing good. Yeah. And this wine is under $55.
Yeah.
And it's everybody said it's the best Branaire. All the critics. the best Branaire.
Yeah, we drank the hell out of 09 Branaire 2 weeks ago, and this wine is better than that wine, and we had a hell of a time with that bottle.
No, that wine.
So I'm guessing it's a pretty safe bet at 55 bones.
That wine went down very easy.
That wine did not suck.
Yeah. So exactly. I highly recommend it.
Potentially best Branaire ever.
Yeah, it will sell out.
Yeah.
This wine will sell out.
Yeah.
So
hit it.